You're listening to The Grind with Chromatics playing the best in T&T music.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going steamy today. It's steamy and it's sticky. From one interview into another, we want to make sure that he is on the line. You see him on your screen. We want to make sure that we are hearing him clear. Ladies and gentlemen, Trinidad James, are you there?
Boss.
Family. Aye. We inside.
We inside, always trying to be outside.
Well, boy, we still on a curfew in Trinidad, so we can't be outside too much.
Oh boy, yeah, I hear about that, boy. Yeah. When that curfew up, we had to come have some drinks.
No doubt.
Have some drinks with you.
No doubt. It's supposed to be November 1st. Supposed to be, but we see how it go. You know what I mean? We see how
knowing how Trinidad is operate, I go say January.
Nah, bro, it's 6 months we under this thing, eh? So it's we need the release.
Trinidad is you have to protect the people.
Mm-hmm.
So I never want to go against health safety because we might be young and strong and asymptomatic, as they say, but there's a lot of people that are walking around the island that if it hit them, they're done.
Yeah, facts.
So I'm sympathetic to that.
Right, no doubt. So saying that, as it's November 1st and you say you might come down, you ever been here for Christmas?
Yes, but it's been a while. I usually come more around Carnival time.
Right. But at Trini Christmas is one of my favorite things in life. I could miss a Carnival, but I say at Trini Christmas, it's different.
Well, let me tell you a thing. I grew up Jehovah's Witness, so Christmas don't really hold any. It's not really a thing in my spirit.
No, well, I'm not talking about the typical Santa Claus. I'm talking about the parang and the puncha creme. That's what I'm talking about. You think what I'm saying? I ain't talking about Santa Claus and reindeer.
And the sorrel.
What a way to start the interview, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest. I just want to make sure everybody on YouTube Live, just send a thumbs up in the chat. Make sure that you're hearing both of us clear. Just let us know. So yes, sir, let's get into it. So you have out now a sneaker. A sneaker, or is it a line? It's called Hommewrk, or you correct me.
So it's called Hommewrk, which is basically homework, HOMMEWRK.
Right.
So like home, like French, home. A little bougie. And then the sneaker and the clothes come out next month.
Right.
So a soft release November 6th and 7th at a festival type of convention in California. And then the 24th and the 26th of November, which is around Black Friday here in the States. It'll be dropping on my website, which will be HOMMEWRK.com. And then the shoe collaboration with a company called Saucony. And they're on their website on the Friday, which is the 26th.
So tell us, I know you are avid sneakerhead. I know you used to do a series with Complex, right? And you're always posting really dope, fresh flavors on Instagram and social media. So, one, how did it come about, and how does it feel to have a official, sneaker line by a company as such?
Well, I mean, I still do that show with Complex. We're in the 11th season right now.
Right.
I actually literally leave here. I'm shooting a music video right now in Atlanta, and I leave here to go to New York to shoot another episode of our show with Complex.
What's the name of the show again?
It's called Full Size Run. It's on YouTube. Everybody check it out. If you want to be up to date on sneakers every week from somebody that is trusted with sneakers and a fellow Trinidadian.
Yes,
hello.
Yes.
But to answer your question, I mean, honestly, doing this brand and getting a chance to do my own sneaker, it has brought two of the biggest joys probably ever in my life, because I don't have a child yet, and so I don't know what that joy is to have your own child. But this sneakers is my child.
Right.
And my brand, Hommewrk, our initiative is every fall season, because it's we're going to do 2 drops a year, spring, summer, and fall, winter. Every fall, winter, we'll be doing over God willing, we'll be doing over
a colorway?
A school's uniform.
Right.
An entire school's uniform. So I did that this year. This year I did over an entire school's uniform in this LA called Crete Academy. It's a black-owned school for homeless and underprivileged children.
So your and that was your conception from the beginning, is that all right, this is going to be more than just a sneaker. You know, there's going to be something
when I
behind
sat
it.
down in the pandemic last year to think about the brand, the sneaker I've been working on that for since 2018 with the company, trying to figure out, let them know, because I'm the first person, like artist, to ever do a collaboration with them. They've
With
only done
Saucony.
collaboration with stores.
Right.
So when I first approached them about it in 2018, they were a little skeptical. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Because I've never done it before. And so I just, I stayed positive and I kept the communication open with them. And finally, when the pandemic actually hit at the top of last year, was that March, April, the guy who I'd been talking to since 2018, he moved up in position and he was head of collaborations. And so he reached out to me because he was like, look, I'm the head of collaborations now, and I want to do projects with people who are really doing something. So I already was doing, I have a nonprofit here in the States where I've fed, thousands of people. This year alone, we've probably fed almost 2,000 people. Next year, aim to feed 10,000 people all across the States in different cities, And so he knew since, like I said, we started our conversation in 2018, he wasn't the head of collab. He was working a different position. And so he's been paying attention to my Instagram and my, social media and just everything. I invited him out to a couple conventions for Complex in California, the same convention that we're doing next month, to do the soft release of the shoe. And he just was like, I really admire what you do effortlessly, and I want to do projects with people like you. And so when he gave me that opportunity, I used it as the positive light that I needed, because when the pandemic hit, we couldn't do no shows. Yeah. So it's me to catch, as they were saying in Trinidad. And so, that was like the most positive thing that came my way. And I just really settled down, and I knew everything about clothes. If it's shoes and clothes, I know everything about it.
So we can expect that it's a fashion line, basically, aside from the sneakers.
Yeah,
clothes will be coming.
It's a streetwear brand.
Streetwear brand,
Streetwear, not high fashion, streetwear.
Right, no doubt. And are we gonna get some distributors in Trinidad soon?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say soon, but this is not like a brand I'm doing one time and it's done. This is something I'm doing for the rest of my life.
Nice.
So,
it's that kind of project to you.
Yeah, I look at the next decade. The next decade of my life is going to be beautiful, because
I saw you
I am
post that
very,
the other
very
day.
locked in. I'm looking at decade. I'm not looking at the moment and what's happening today. I'm looking at how I could scale these companies, because that's not my only company. I have my, can I turn this camera around? I ain't gonna try that. That's too much work. Oh, there we go. I have my sub company.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? So Dad Sucks. That's another company I started this past Christmas here, and it's very successful for me here in the States. And then obviously you see the shoes gold, you see the hat gold. So my song All Gold Everything, I own the trademark to the words All Gold Everything. So I turned that into a licensing company where I would partner up with different companies to make a gold item. So a gold glasses, a gold hat, a gold zipper, so on and so on, as time continues. So I say all that to say that yes, it will be distributors in Trinidad. Yes, I will come do a pop-up in Trinidad.
Nice.
Just not right away.
Nice. And then, so you're saying when is it launching? Is it next month, you said? Or
Next month, 24th and 26th of November, officially, so that people in TT and all over the world can get it.
Right. And how will it be available?
Online.
What website? From Saucony's site? From where?
So the 24th, it'll be my website, hopefully, God willing, HOMMEWRK.com.
Right.
Then the 26th, which is Black Friday here in the States, it'll be on Saucony's website.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest here today, Trinidad James. We thank you for passing through, man. But we getting into it. You have time, right? You have a little time, I hope.
I have some time before I go back on set.
Right, I know you're shooting a video right now. So, there was the Bacchanal. So,
of course.
But you've been doing it in the entire media run, and I want to commend you for that. Not only, of course, to promote this project, but to correct what I believe you think was a mistake that not necessarily that you made, but I believe a company that you had doing PR, right? That they made. So just go into that, and for those who still skeptical on it, because I know you've done a lot of media, clear in the air, you know. But so just reference it quick, and then we'll talk about some other stuff.
So the company that did the write-up that got everybody furious in Trinidad.
Well, it was. We forget about that already, but
that company is a Yankee company. So certain things they just don't know. And I also had given them some of the information that they had put. So that's why I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus. I'm here to tell everybody that, hey, I made a mistake because I'm human and I'm doing a lot.
Yeah.
You know, not just for me. Yeah, like when I look at this shoe, this is the black one that come out next year.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And I put I put a steel pan behind the tongue.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? This shoe is not just my shoe, this is our shoe. This is for everybody in Trinidad. So, you know, all of us make mistakes. And, you know, as soon as the trainees had brought it to my attention, I hollered at them, I took it down, and we fixed it. Because I own my companies, and I'm very, very proud of my team because they are immaculate at what they do, and I'm immaculate at what I do. So I am not ashamed of making a mistake, because every billionaire has made mistakes to get to the billions.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah.
Serious thing. So, you know, we made a mistake, we cleaned it up. You know, Trinidad's national flower is the chacunia. Some people might get technical and say it's the double chacunia. You know what I'm saying? But the chacunia has nothing to do with my red sneaker. It has something to do with the hibiscus, because there's two hibiscus that grow in Trinidad, the Roselle hibiscus and the tropical hibiscus. The Roselle hibiscus can also be used to make sorrel. Most people in Trinidad during Christmas use the sorrel plant, which makes sense. But people still do use the Roselle hibiscus to make sorrel because you can. So that is why we based the color of the sneaker, sorrel red, to base on the Roselle. It's not the Roselle hibiscus is not a pretty flower. So I put the tropical hibiscus on the back tongue of the sneaker because it's more beautiful. And my creative director is from Trinidad also, Indian girl from Trinidad also. And we both love the tropical because my boy Anton, Gold Rush in St. James, I mean not St. James, in Port of Spain, in the city, in town. You know, I buy all my gold from him, and I've bought those hibiscus gold earrings and rings for my mother and for my sister. You know what I'm saying? So I love that flower. I have a special connection to that flower because of gold. So that is why we put it on the back of the sneaker. So the shoe is dedicated to both hibiscus plants that grow in Trinidad. Nothing to do with the chaconia, and it was a mistake.
No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, Trinidad James clear in the air. Well, I mean, you know, we don't forget, as I say, we don't forget that, but for those who still, because I saw some people come out in a real weird way, you know, we quick to jump on. We proud, we are proud people. So anytime, you know, we see that mistakes, you know, we want to jump out. But
and they were, and you know, Chrome, they were right. You know, they were right. I mean, if it said the Trinidad national flower is the hibiscus. No, it's not. I would be upset.
Right, true.
It's a big deal. I'm not just in Trinidad. I'm doing this in the States, in America. The red, white, and blue. You know what I'm saying? I had to make the red, white, and black look right.
Facts.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I went and jumped in front of it. Or whatever. I'm not throwing nobody under the bus. Everybody made a mistake.
No doubt.
When they called in the article, when they called Trinidad and Tobago a tongue, you know what I'm saying? Hometown, where that is just how Americans talk. It wasn't from disrespect. That is how Americans talk. You know what I'm saying? But we know our country is what our country is and what the island means to us. You know, so as I said, these are small things, man. That type of stuff bounce off of me.
Nice. Vibration Sounds. We want to shout out to Vibration Sounds Entertainment. Shout out to Johnny Bravo. Kev, big up to yourself every time for facilitating this interview here today. You know what I mean? I'm a bridging from a long time. But James, I want to get into something. When you started, when you released All Gold Everything and it blew up, did you know, and I want to commend you for being here and being in the positions that you are almost 10 years later, because that is a feat in itself in entertainment, right? Did you know at the time that you wanted to branch off to do these many different things, or were you sort of learning and adjusting as you go? Did you have a vision? All right, this song is taking me to these levels now, and if I ever get that opportunity, I want to do something bigger than just music. You know what I mean? Did you have that vision before, or is it something that you saw as you went along?
So I love that question. That's a beautiful question. And the reason I love that question, because yesterday, just alone was the anniversary, the 9-year anniversary of me starting my career and dropping all gold everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was a big day. I did a little write up onto my page and everything, just thanking, you know, the hard lessons that I learned from the record labels and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was a journey. And but to answer your question, I got into music to own my own sneaker store, because I was working in a clothing store and I was a stylist.
I remember that.
And before music was ever a thing, and now everybody talk about Black Lives Matter now and black-owned businesses and stuff like that. When I was working, nobody was saying that to me. Nobody was teaching us that, or whatever. But it was something in my spirit that told me, nah, I can't keep working for this fellow who I was working for, because I will never own my own. And I was fellas that worked around me in Atlanta, where I'm actually at right now, who, you know, I was buying clothes from them when I was a teenager. And now I was running that store and the head stylist at that store. And them same fellas were still working at the places that I was shopping at when I was a teenager. You know, and no this to them, because I love them. Them is my big brothers. They teach me everything I know about how to work retail and how to everything, sneakers and everything, you know. But there was something in my spirit that told me I had more in me than that, and I wanted to own my own. And I would have never did that working for the person who I was working for.
Right.
So I opened up my utility belt to add more tools to it. And music was one of those tools. And so when music took off so fast, you know, I fell even more in love with it. And I couldn't, because I knew what it took to do your own brand. But you know better than me, almost, that when our music hold on to you, it is a real drug. You're locked into it, you know, at first trying to stay famous, trying to keep the hype, trying to look good, trying to look good for the camera, this, that, you know, I'm meeting everybody, at doing shows with Drake, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything happening because I went from a person of the streets and a stylist and a store runner to superstar status.
Right.
With the Drakes and the 2 Chainz and the Kendrick Lamars and all these people 9 years ago. And I made the decision with myself that, look, this is a challenge that I never felt before in life. And I want to beat this challenge. I want to master it. I want to see what it's about. And so I put my clothing and my store dreams to the side and just pursued music.
Right.
The craft. It didn't take long before I stopped chasing another or goal everything or chasing fame. I was like, if I master the craft or focus on the craft, I will get better and better and better. And then it'll allow me to do other things. And then if I don't, well, I could always go back to the streets because I was good in the streets. I just wanted more for myself than the streets. Right. That was the point. And so now, if it wasn't for the pandemic, which I'm very happy that it happened, I would have never been able to slow down.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It's a cup half full, half empty kind of thing, depending on how you look at it.
What I lost, I was able to gain in things that I needed. Instead of like, because I was really, really having a great momentum coming into 2020. Because I had an album that I dropped last year, and many people don't know that I dropped it.
What's the name of the album?
It's called Black Filter. You know, so I had a song that called James Woo Woo that have 1 million views on YouTube, which is a big deal for a person like me. You know what I'm saying? When that's not no paid views, that is organic, real people going to watch this because it's a great video. Right. You know? And so, you know, that the pandemic totally pulled the chair up under me. when it came to the marketing for
and pushing
that album and me pushing it and doing the shows and doing the tour for it.
Right.
Independently, things I would have done that I already had been doing with my other projects. I could not do that with this album, and I spent a lot of money on it because it's one of them. It's a great album. If you go listen to the album, you'll be like, wow, it's my best work.
What's the name of the album again? Let them know.
Black Filter.
Black Filter.
Yes.
Black Filter. And
Yes.
what's the reason behind that name?
So the reason behind that name is because this was my take on black culture from the opinions of not just black people, because I have a lot of different friends, white, Asian, Spanish, their opinion too.
Right.
And I did a video for every song. You know what I'm saying? I would have it out my own pocket. That ain't cheap, you know this.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I could make none of my money back really, just to an extent or whatever. So I had to focus on doing other things. And well, that is where you had the shoes and the
Homework.
socks. And,
You went and do your homework.
I went and did my homework, you know what I'm saying? Really got back to my essence.
No doubt, no doubt. So, one last thing I want to ask you before we go. We have seen Trinidad, the word Trinidad and the country Trinidad and Tobago is so, a lot of people don't know how powerful we are in the global entertainment industry, especially in the US. There are Trinidadians of descent in many different powerful positions in the music industry, and artists who have Trini heritage like yourself. You, out of all of them, and I want to commend you for this as well, have been the one of the very few that I've always seen reach back. When you quote unquote blew up, you came to Trinidad for the carnival, was performing in the Marshall Monday, but then you kept coming back constantly. You kept coming and working with different people and talking to different people. You took Prince Swanee on Sway in the morning, and you keep doing these different things that I find we always kind of hate on our own, not hate, but we wonder why some of the others like yourself don't do that more often. And so what isn't it in you that made you say, I have to maintain this connection with my home island and be interested and be aware of what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago?
I think it's my family, and then it's also Lady Montano, Marsha's mother. You know, when I came to do Marshall Monday as an artist, I was so new and so fresh and so many things to learn. And the way that she embraced me, like my own mother, who I love so much, you know, it felt like I can't leave this alone. I have real love here. In the streets, on the big stage, with people who don't even know me. And real love is hard to come by, and you know this. And I know that there's people in Trinidad that love me. Real love. And I just kept building on that. And I gambled that that wasn't a fake love that Lady Montano had given me. And it wasn't.
All right, so it's just from that you realize that there's a genuine appreciation for Trinidad James.
Yeah, and then I had so much family there too, you know, my mother and my father's side, because they both born in Trinidad and Tobago. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like reasons on top of reasons. My brother, my big brother, Sigmund, you know what I'm saying, his daughters, you know, my nieces, you know what I'm saying, my sister Padisha, you know, my oldest sister, you know, her son, my nephew, Mikkel, you know, all my aunties. I like almost 7 aunties, you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that type of thing, you know. My cousin Perry, you know, crazy tail self. You know, it's just so much. It grounds me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like in the States, bro, I'm that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about what the media or the internet or like in person. People who know me or in my presence, I'm respected, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I did what I had to do in the trenches out here in the States.
Right.
But, you know, the back home is just keep me grounded.
No doubt. And
in a type of way.
Yeah, and First Class was here. We just had him on talking about his new album. Shout out to First Class, and he
Tropical God.
Yeah, that album is fire.
He's fire.
Yeah, and he said to yo, bro, James is just a cool one, like real cool, down to earth brother. Anytime he touches base here, you know what I mean? And yeah, once again, I just want to commend you for that, because as I say, we've seen so many get rich and switch. You know what I'm saying? Fly out and kind of score. And, well, you know that what them doing down there, them kind of thing. But you lift up. It's in your name, Trinidad James. You know what I mean?
I think it's and basically I always remember that people don't have the best relationship with their families. You know, I have a good relationship with my family. So if you don't have a good relationship with your Trini family, then you don't feel a reason to build, because you can't move around. The reason is like I've been in Mova, Laventil, Kelly Village, St. James, all over, because I have family all over that love me and respect me. So it allowed me to meet other people who's their friends, and then they get to meet me, and then they respect me. So it's not like I feel that people leeches or they stush with me because I ain't stush with them. If I ain't stush, then you can't be stush. And so we have a real relationship. You see what I'm saying? I can sit on the corner and eat up the doubles with anybody.
Nice. So yeah, when you touch back, yeah, come and we go in by sauce and we go deal with the thing properly. Right?
Facts.
But before you go, I want you to give them back the information on Hommewrk. Is the brand new sneaker from Trinidad James and in collaboration with Saucony. But give them, as I've been seeing the integration with learning about, not necessarily just about Trinidad and Tobago, but doing your homework, and the integration with the first Black Miss Universe right here, Trinidad and Tobago.
Of course. Yeah. Right. So once again, to anybody that's paying attention to this, next month, November 24th and 26th, Hommewrk.com for the release of our clothing, first collection, part 1, and our sneaker, the sorrel, the hibiscus reds, and the sorrel red, but we call it the hibiscus, the shoe itself. And, we want to make it's a curriculum-based brand where we pick a muse, and that muse is somebody you should do your homework on. And because I'm Trinidad James, I wanted to make sure that this first thing was for Trinidad. So we picked Miss Janelle Commission, Penny Commission. And she was the first Black Miss Universe in 1977. And, she's living right there in Trinidad, doing amazing things. Beautiful, beautiful young woman. And, a good friend to the brand. Really helped us out, was in New York, got out in the rain and did photo shoots for us in the pieces. Really beautiful photo shoot, and you'll be able to see it when we launch a beautiful site. And I already started posting pictures. You can go to our IG at Hommewrk, HOMMEWRK on Instagram. We have a picture up of her now. And, I really hope that people could understand that in anything you want to do, no matter what it is, you had to do your homework.
No doubt, ladies and gentlemen. Trinidad James has been our guest, brethren. We want to thank you for spending this time with us. I know it's been a pretty long interview, and I know you have to get back on set. But before you go, I want to let you know about this and what we are doing here. This is OURradio.fm. Right, this is my show, The Grind, where we play 100% TNT music, whether it be rap, soca, reggae, dancehall, calypso, afro, and the station itself is one of the only stations in Trinidad and Tobago playing no less than 75% TNT content. So all the Trinidad, all the reggae, all the everything, this is what we are doing here. So when you have a little time, when you're doing a little homework, you could just put us on in the background and listen to some of the great content that is coming out of Trinidad and Tobago.
For sure, you have my word on that. I want to know more the artists. I was just at Miami Carnival, and there was so many beautiful artists that were performing, and I was like, wow. I was asking my brethren, David Million, his brother Nick Million.
Yes, I heard you was chilling with them out there.
Yeah. I was like, yo, who's this? Really good sisters and brothers from Trinidad. So definitely I'll be paying attention for sure. And play that Zessa remix to my boy, Trini Ghost.
Right.
Ghost, play this Zessa remix.
Yes, sir. We will get into that definitely before we close off the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, brethren. Once again, Trinidad James, our guest here today on The Grind.
Love.
Anything you want to leave with or big up anybody? Anything you want to say before we go?
Well, I made sure I mentioned all my family members. Once again, Sigmund, Pradisha, all my aunties. What I'm saying, my cousin Che, DJ 868. Book him. He's an incredible DJ. I can't wait to bring him to the stage so people could see. Support them Trinidad artists. Soca is amazing, but we had to start bigging up other things so that we could spread out, because Trinidad is not just a small island. It's not just a tourist attraction. We have talented people, but we can't strangle them in soca.
Yeah, no doubt. We good at anything we touch. Ladies and gentlemen,
Amen.
you done know. Big up yourself, Bridget. Thank you once again for passing through. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been The Grind. Trinidad James has been our guest. Yes, I.
The Grind.
Hi! If you liked that video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and tap the bell icon to get notified anytime we go live or post new videos. OUR Radio.fm, your urban alternative.